Remember all the hype about 2012? The Mayan calendar predicted the end of the world. People were worried. Some even panicked. Books, documentaries, and websites were dedicated to the prophecy. We're still here though. The world didn't end. 2012 is a powerful reminder that predicting the future is tricky business. Why do we love predicting the future so much? Maybe it's the thrill of the unknown, or the hope for something better. Whatever the reason, humans have been trying to predict the future since, well, forever. Think about it. We consult horoscopes, read tarot cards, and even analyze animal behavior for clues about what's to come. But as 2012 showed us, even the most ancient predictions can be wrong. Time travel is a staple of science fiction. Movies like Back to the Future and The Terminator play with the idea of altering the past or glimpsing the future. But is it really possible? Scientists are exploring the concept of time travel, but it remains theoretical. Even if we could travel through time, would we want to know our future? Would it change our present actions? These are big questions with no easy answers. We've all wished for a crystal ball at some point, haven't we? A way to peek into the future and see what awaits us. It's this deep-seated human desire for certainty that makes the idea of time travel so alluring. Imagine knowing the winning lottery numbers, the outcome of a crucial decision, or even just what to have for dinner next week. But here's the catch. If we could truly know the future, would it still hold the same fascination? Part of the excitement, the mystery, lies in the unknown. It's the anticipation, the possibility of surprise, that keeps us moving forward. Think about your favorite book or movie. Would it be as enjoyable if you knew every twist and turn beforehand? Probably not. The element of discovery, of being swept along by the narrative, is crucial to the experience. The same principle applies to life. Knowing everything in advance might eliminate risk and uncertainty, but it could also rob us of the joy of discovery, the thrill of unexpected triumphs, and even the growth that comes from facing challenges head-on. We've all wished for a crystal ball at some point, haven't we? A way to peek into the future and see what awaits us. It's this deep-seated human desire for certainty that makes the idea of time travel so alluring. Imagine knowing the winning lottery numbers, the outcome of a crucial decision, or even just what to have for dinner next week. But here's the catch. If we could truly know the future, would it still hold the same fascination? Part of the excitement, the mystery, lies in the unknown. It's the anticipation, the possibility of surprise that keeps us moving forward. The allure of time travel extends beyond mere curiosity. It taps into our desire for control. If we could see the future, we could potentially influence it, avoid mistakes, and steer our lives toward the most desirable outcomes. Imagine preventing accidents, making wiser investments, or seizing opportunities before they vanish. The temptation to fix the future, to mold it to our liking, would be immense, but would it truly be for the best? Consider the butterfly effect. This theory suggests that even small actions can have far-reaching and unpredictable consequences. Changing one event, even with good intentions, could ripple through time, altering the course of history in ways we couldn't possibly foresee. The future is not a fixed destination, but rather a fluid, ever-evolving tapestry woven from countless threads of choice, chance, and circumstance. Attempting to control it completely might be as futile as trying to hold back the tide. While the possibility of time travel remains a subject of scientific debate, our fascination with the future is undeniable. It drives innovation, inspires creativity, and fuels our collective imagination. Instead of obsessing over predicting the future with perfect accuracy, perhaps we should focus on shaping it responsibly. By learning from the past, embracing the present, and making conscious choices today, we can influence the trajectory of our lives and the world around us. The future is not something to be feared or controlled, but rather a realm of infinite possibilities waiting to be explored. It's a canvas upon which we, as individuals and as a global community, have the power to paint our hopes, dreams, and aspirations. So let's embrace the unknown, celebrate the surprises, and continue to strive for a future that is brighter, bolder, and more wondrous than we can possibly imagine. Predicting the future is like navigating through a dense fog. Our vision is limited, and unexpected obstacles can emerge. This inherent uncertainty makes accurate forecasting difficult. The future is a complex web of interconnected events. Like a giant game of chess, every move triggers reactions. There's always an element of chance that can throw off predictions. The human element is driven by emotions and biases. Remember those flying cars we were promised by the year 2000? Innovation doesn't follow a straight line. It's often messy, unpredictable, and subject to unforeseen breakthroughs and setbacks. Who could have predicted the rise of the internet or the impact of social media? Think about the environmental movement or the growing awareness of mental health. And let's not forget about black swan events, those rare, unpredictable occurrences. Technology is often touted as the key to unlocking the future. We dream of artificial intelligence that can solve complex problems, renewable energy sources that can power our cities, and medical breakthroughs that can extend our lifespans. While technology holds immense promise, it also presents challenges and uncertainties. The rapid pace of technological advancement can be both exhilarating and overwhelming, making it difficult to predict its long-term consequences. Will artificial intelligence usher in an era of unprecedented prosperity, or lead to widespread job displacement? Will genetic engineering eradicate diseases or create new ethical dilemmas? Technology is a double-edged sword. It can be a force for good or ill, depending on how we develop, deploy, and regulate it. Predicting the future of technology requires not only technical expertise, but also a deep understanding of societal needs, ethical considerations, and potential unintended consequences. Ultimately, predicting the future is not about achieving perfect accuracy, but rather about embracing uncertainty, adapting to change, and shaping a future that aligns with our values and aspirations. A staple of science fiction and a symbol of futuristic optimism, for decades we've been promised that these marvels of engineering would soon grace our skies, liberating us from traffic jams and transforming our daily commutes into exhilarating aerial adventures. Remember Back to the Future? Part 2, where Marty McFly travels to 2015 and finds a world zipping around in flying vehicles. The year came and went, and while we got hoverboards, sort of, those sleek airborne automobiles remained elusive. So what happened? Why are we still earthbound, stuck in traffic when we should be soaring through the clouds? The reality is that developing a safe, reliable, and affordable flying car is far more complex than it seems. Technical challenges abound, from creating efficient vertical takeoff and landing systems to ensuring mid-air collision avoidance. Then there are the regulatory hurdles, airspace management issues, and the sheer cost of development and mass production. Remember the promise of a paperless society? Despite digital advances, paper persists. We print emails, sign contracts, and love our books. The tactile nature of paper and security concerns keep it alive. The dream of a paperless society remains elusive. As the 20th century drew to a close, a wave of anxiety swept the globe. The Y2K bug, a computer glitch, threatened to plunge the world into chaos. As the calendar flipped to 2000, many feared systems would crash. Headlines blared warnings of impending doom. Governments and corporations poured billions into fixing the bug, and then, nothing much happened. The effort highlighted the importance of software testing and international cooperation. One of the biggest reasons predictions fall flat is the simple fact that we can't account for everything. The future isn't a straight line, it's more like a giant web of interconnected events constantly shifting and changing. Think about scientific breakthroughs. Sometimes a single discovery can completely change the game. Take the internet, for example. No one could have predicted its impact back in the early days of computers. It wasn't just a faster way to send messages, it revolutionized communication, commerce, and even the way we think. Then there are economic booms and busts, political upheavals, natural disasters. These wildcard events can throw even the most carefully crafted predictions off course. Remember the 2008 financial crisis? It caught many experts off guard, highlighting the limitations of economic forecasting. The truth is, the future is full of surprises. We can analyze trends, extrapolate from current data, and make educated guesses, but we can't predict everything. And that's okay. It's tempting to think of it as a linear progression. Every year, things get faster, smaller, and more powerful. But progress isn't always so straightforward. Sometimes a technology that seems promising hits a dead end, while another, seemingly outlandish idea takes off. Remember Betamax? It was supposed to be the future of home video, but VHS won out, despite being technologically inferior in some ways. Why? A complex interplay of marketing, pricing, and consumer preference. Technology doesn't exist in a vacuum, it's shaped by social, economic, and even cultural forces. The same goes for those flying cars we were promised. Sure, the technology is theoretically possible, but there are huge hurdles, safety regulations, airspace management, not to mention the cost. Sometimes the barriers to progress aren't just technological, they're logistical, financial, or even societal. Humans are, to put it mildly, unpredictable. We're driven by emotions, biases, and often irrational impulses. And when you're trying to predict the future, that human element can be a real wild card. Think about fashion trends. What makes something suddenly become popular, then fade away just as quickly? It's not logic or practicality, it's the collective whims of human desire. The same goes for things like political movements or social change. Who could have predicted the Arab Spring or the rise of social media activism? These movements were fueled by complex human emotions, hope, anger, the desire for connection that are impossible to quantify or predict with any certainty. And let's not forget about individual choices. Every day, each of us makes countless decisions, big and small, that collectively shape the future. A scientist chooses to pursue a particular line of research. An entrepreneur has a groundbreaking idea. A voter casts a ballot. These individual actions, multiplied millions of times over, create the tapestry of history. It's easy to poke fun at failed predictions. Those flying cars sure are taking their sweet time, aren't they? But instead of dismissing these misses as mere amusement, we should view them as valuable learning opportunities. Hindsight, as they say, is 20/20. By looking back at what went wrong, we can gain a deeper understanding of how complex systems work, how technology evolves, and how unpredictable human behavior can be. Take the example of the paperless office. While we haven't completely eliminated paper, the prediction itself spurred innovation in digital document management, cloud storage, and even the design of more eco-friendly paper products. The Y2K bug, though ultimately a non-event, forced us to confront the potential vulnerabilities of our increasingly computerized world. It led to better coding practices, improved software testing, and a heightened awareness of cybersecurity. Failed predictions shouldn't be seen as failures at all, but rather as course corrections on our collective journey into the future. They highlight areas where our assumptions were off, our understanding was incomplete, or where unforeseen variables came into play. Think of it like navigating a ship across the ocean. You set a course based on the best available information, but you also constantly adjust your heading based on changing winds, currents, and unforeseen obstacles. The same principle applies to predicting and shaping the future. We need to be flexible, adaptable, and willing to learn from our mistakes. We should celebrate the successes, analyze the failures, and use that knowledge to refine our understanding and make more informed decisions. The future is not a fixed destination, but rather an ongoing process of exploration, discovery, and adaptation. If there's one thing we can learn from the history of failed predictions, it's that the future is full of surprises. And that's okay. It's the unexpected discoveries, the serendipitous twists of fate, that make life interesting. Instead of trying to predict the future with absolute certainty, perhaps we should focus on creating a future that is adaptable, resilient, and capable of embracing change. This means investing in education, fostering creativity, and promoting collaboration across disciplines and cultures. It means being open to new ideas, even those that seem outlandish or improbable at first glance. The history of innovation is filled with stories of ideas that were initially dismissed as crazy, only to transform the world as we know it. Embrace the unknown, celebrate the surprises. The future is not something to be feared, but rather a realm of infinite possibilities waiting to be explored. So, there you have it, a glimpse into the world of time travel mishaps and the fascinating, often humbling world of predictions gone wrong. We've journeyed through time, exploring everything from the allure of flying cars to the near miss of the Y2K bug. What have we learned from these tales of forecasting folly? Perhaps the most important takeaway is that the future, despite our best efforts to pin it down, remains beautifully, maddeningly unpredictable. It's a constantly shifting landscape, shaped by forces both seen and unseen, from technological breakthroughs to the whims of human desire. But that's not to say that predictions are pointless, quite the opposite. By examining past predictions, those that hit the mark and those that missed spectacularly, we gain valuable insights into the forces that drive change, the complexities of innovation, and the ever-evolving dance between technology and society. Thank you for joining me on this adventure through time. I hope you found it as thought-provoking as I did. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about these predictions gone wrong? Any favorites? Or maybe least favorites? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the world of time travel and predictions, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Time Pilgrimage for more explorations of the past, present, and future. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep your eyes on the horizon.